Justifying factors. Now, this is mainly when you have a policy that requires comprehensive and collision. So you're going to emphasize on the value of the vehicle. And there's a few scenarios that we're going to talk about. Number one, let's talk about the actual overall value of the car and compare that to the risk and the exposure that the insurance company is going to take if there's an accident, especially if there's a total loss. So you're going to tell the customer that, look, you're driving a vehicle or you're insuring a vehicle that's worth $30,000. So I know you want to pay something lower, but keep in mind the insurance company is taking a risk simply because if something happens, they're going to commit, they're going to guarantee that they're going to cover up to those $30,000. So therefore, if something happens, you're not going to be happy if the insurance company tells you, since you paid less, we're only going to cover 80% of the car. So we're only going to cover $24,000. You're still responsible for the rest, for the additional $6,000. What would you say? It wouldn't be something positive. You possibly would be completely upset. So therefore, you have to understand, for you to actually get 100% coverage for the value of your car, the 150 to 160, that's ultimately the lowest option that we have. Now keep in mind, it's based on the value of the car. Now you want to leave with a peace of mind, you want to leave with a guarantee, you want to leave comfortable, confident, and satisfied knowing that if something was to happen, you have the coverages that you need. Now remember, you're financing the car. It would suck and it would be horrible if you were paying for the car and you didn't have the right type of coverages. So keep that in mind. The rate is based on the value of the car. That's number one. The rate is based on the value of the car. Now, number two, you're going to use a comparison where if we were to drop the value of the car, you would simply be paying for something lower. So tell them, look, just in case if you were looking for something more economical, there's agencies that work on a Mickey Mouse concept that instead of putting $30,000, instead of going based on the Kelley Blue Book, they'll go ahead and choose a specific amount. So maybe they'll put that the vehicle is worth $15,000 and they'll be able to offer you something lower. The only problem is, in case of an accident, you're going to be in trouble because the company's only going to pay up to $15,000. Now, there's no way of you knowing who's going to do this and who's not. Now, the only thing I can guarantee you is that the way we work is 100% ethical, 100% positive, and 100% beneficial for you. So the coverage that you're going to get is based on the value of the car, and you shouldn't want anything less, because if not, you're going to be in trouble. The third example that we're going to use is comparing a different vehicle with a lower value or an older model that has a lower value. So if they're driving a 2019 Toyota Camry, for instance, and the value of that car is $25,000, then you're going to compare it to possibly a 2010 Toyota Camry, which possibly has a value of $8,000. So you're going to tell them, look, you got to remember, you have a brand new vehicle. The value of your car is worth $25,000. So keep in mind, let's just say you didn't have this 2019, you had a 2010. The same vehicle, Toyota Camry, just a 2010. The value of the car would be possibly $8,000. Therefore, for this $8,000, the insurance company is willing to offer you roughly about $80 to $90 a month. Since you have a 2019, a brand new vehicle that's worth $25,000, the lowest rate that we have available is $150 to $160. Now keep in mind, I know you want to pay something lower, but this is the value of the vehicle. The insurance is based on that, is based on the value. The $150 to $160 is based on the $25,000. Now, if you were to come back in 6 months, maybe replace this 2019 for a 2010, which I'm pretty sure you don't want to, and that's not an option, then your monthly payment would drop drastically. But once again, based on the year, based on the vehicle, based on the model, based on the $25,000, $150 to $160 is the most affordable option that we have available. So always compare the value of the car, make it realistic, compare it with other cars, use different scenarios, add value to the exposure that the insurance company is taking, and that should help you justify the rate. Now, number 4 which I brought it up on number one, you really have to sell the idea that if something was to happen, the insurance company is taking a risk, the exposure of the value of the car. So therefore, they're not going to offer something that's only $80 to $90. They're going to offer something that's relevant to the value of the car, which in this case it would be $150 to $160. Now tell them that they're also in a business of being profitable, not in a business of going bankrupt. So therefore, if they don't offer the right premium, then they're going to be in a position where they're going to go bankrupt and they're going to go out of business. So therefore, they select a premium that's tailored to the value of the car. So if the value is lower, the rate is lower.